Welcome to the 2012 Fast Action Video Series Volume 4. Hopefully this is the second to last video and we can wrap everything up in the last video and we can take it all, put it all together and really get stuff done in 2012. Hopefully in the past 4 videos you've put some stuff together and you now have a mission statement, you have some sky-high goals, you may have mapped it out, which would be a very good idea to take all the other little goals and combine them together to create all the little goals to do the big goal or all the little problems to solve the big problem. And hopefully you've also taken it a step further and gotten an accountability partner or something and found some way to make it inevitable. Make it so that your goal is automatic so that you can really get stuff done. In this video we're going to be talking about priorities. Now, normally whenever people think about priorities, they think of what am I going to do tomorrow, what do I have to do next week. They think of priorities in very short-term basis. But we're going to be thinking about priorities on a much longer-term basis, and we already are. We're thinking about getting stuff done in 2012. That's a year-long thing. But write down the numbers 5, 10, 20, and 50 on a sheet of paper, and then later on, tell yourself what your 5, 10, 20, and 50 year goals are, and you'll be light years ahead of everybody else that has no idea what they want to be whenever they grow up. I mean, what do you want to be remembered for on your deathbed? This is the type of stuff that we're talking about. And whenever you get that far out, you're starting to really put together who you are as a person and the way that you can work in your life in a way that you will really enjoy what you're doing and you'll really feel good about it. So, whenever I think of priorities, I think of the 3 currencies that we have to spend in our lives: time, money, and energy. And I think of them in terms of buckets. We have all these holes in the buckets that are sapping out our time, money, and energy. So maybe for energy, you worry about a whole bunch of stuff. You worry about your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your kids. You worry about all this type of stuff, and it just saps away your energy, and you're exhausted by the end of the day because all this energy is just being sapped out of you. Or maybe in the time department, all these little distractions come up all the time, and you're always being shifted from one thing to another thing, and everybody's always pulling you this way and that way, and so your time is just, you just don't have any of it. The time that you do get is just pulled away from you. And money as well. Money is not something that's absolute as everybody thinks it is. If you have $1 million and you stuff it in a mattress, you haven't actually saved $1 million. The inflation will slowly erode at that until that $1 million is worth nothing. And that's just the way our world works with fiat currency, the way that it is. So everything always has all these little holes in it, and you got to plug up the holes in order to really use this for stuff that you need to use it on. So first off, what is the most important thing to focus on? Energy. Without energy, you can't do anything with your time, and without time, you can't make money. Even if you don't work in an hourly wage job, there's always something that you need to do to get money, and it's going to take some span of time. So without time, you can't make money, and without energy, you can't do anything with your time. If you have a full day off work, but you're sick the whole day, you're really sick this time, you didn't just take a sick day, whenever you're really sick, you're not going to get anything done around the house like you told yourself you're going to. You're going to sit, you're going to lay there, you're going to take medicine, you might sleep, you might watch daytime TV, play video games. You're not going to get anything done because you don't have any energy. So we're going to reprioritize, and every time that we make a decision in 2012, we're going to be thinking of our energy first. So here's a little concept that's going to help you out with that. I learned about this first through David D'Angelo's program, Man Transformation, way back when. It was in one of the bonus CDs. So, in that program, he talks about that there are 3 time frames of food. Whenever it comes to food, this is where most of our energy comes from. So we're going to focus on that first. There's 3 general time frames of food. There's the immediate time frame whenever you're just eating the food. That's the taste, the texture, the enjoyment of eating it, chewing, swallowing, everything. That's the first time frame, and we judge all these on a scale of 1 to 10. Second time frame is the couple hours after you eat the food, where you feel either good or bad about it, and you have either high or low energy. And then there's the couple hours into the rest of your life, where you're either getting sick all the time, or you're almost never getting sick. Your health charts are off the chart. Your health charts are off the charts, and you're getting more and more energy, and this train is going even faster on the tracks. So the sacrifice that we're going to make here is choosing a 5, 6, 7, 8 in the moment to get a 10 in energy for the next couple of hours and a 10 on into the rest of our life. Most of us eat a 10 in the moment. We eat something really, really tasty, but we feel like crap over the next couple of hours. We have to take an energy drink or some coffee to get out of that, and then on into the rest of our lives, we're gaining weight, we're feeling worse and worse, we're getting on more and more prescription medication as time goes on, instead of just making that small sacrifice in the moment. What's going to help you out with this is eating 6 meals a day, or at least trying to reach that number. I personally eat 5 meals a day myself. I make all my food in the morning and I carry it with me everywhere I go all day long. I make all 5 meals, and then that's what I eat. I just microwave it as the day goes on. So that should really help you out if you really take that to heart and start doing that. I know that whenever most people start eating 5 meals a day or 6 meals a day, normally they aren't hungry whenever they try to do it. And you have to eat whenever you're not hungry, so when you're not starving by lunchtime and you start digging into the brownies and candy and the stuff that's bad for you, and then you feel like crap and you have to take the energy drink and just break the cycle. Eat whenever you're not hungry, even if it's just a handful of nuts or something like that and a yogurt. Just eat something small whenever you're not hungry, so that you're not starving whenever the real meal time comes around. And that's going to help you make the decision. You're not going to have that emotional force behind you. It's going to help you make the decision to take the apple over the brownie at lunchtime. So that will help you out a lot whenever it comes to energy. There's also a worry complement to that. Worry saps out a lot of our energy, and what's going to help you out with worry is concepts like the concepts of Buddhism. Now I know this is where I kind of push my religion on you, but I am a Buddhist who believes in God. You don't have to believe in the tenets of the religion to benefit from the practices. So my suggestion is to watch or to listen to the podcast at badbuddhistradio.com. I've never read a single Buddhist text, and I've never gone to a single Buddhist church or gathering or anything. So just listening to those podcasts will let you learn about the practices, and then we can move on and we can take away some of that worries, that we're not worried about the wrong things, so we can focus on the right things. The other thing is it's not just worry, but there's also other things there's other holes and other buckets that we have to focus on. There's the time bucket, and that's really going to be helped out by Evan Pagan's program, Wake Up Productive. Now, I know I pimp these programs a lot, and it's a little suspicious, but it's because I've benefited a lot from those programs. Like I said, I don't earn a dime from it, but they are major parts of my life, major turning points. Those are the rags to riches story. You know, whenever you find something that brings you to riches, that's it. Those are the real things. That is the reason, these kind of types of programs are the reasons that I am what I am today. Those are the things, the game changers that flip the coin. So Evan Pagan's program, Wake Up Productive, is going to help you with your time, and it's going to let you focus on the right things and everything. So at least check it out. At least click on the link that I put on the last video so that you can check it out and you can really see what it's all about. And for the money bucket, I would recommend Evan Pagan's program, Self-Made Wealth. In Self-Made Wealth, he talks a lot about things like the fiat currency, and he makes you more frugal, and he lets you focus on the things that need to be focused on. If you saw my video about whenever I gave you a tour through my house, you may have seen that I don't own that much possessions. That all comes from my Buddhist background, but it also partially comes because of the practices that were in Self-Made Wealth. I took a lot of my stuff, over half of my stuff, probably over 75% of my stuff, and I've given it to Goodwill over time because I just don't need that much stuff. And whenever you don't need that much stuff, you don't find yourself working a job that you hate to buy stuff that you don't need. You don't find yourself working extra hours to pay for a car payment for a car that you don't need just so you can impress your friends. If you're really, if you have material goods that you're paying for with your real actual life, then you're focusing in the wrong area. Even if you found people that were impressed by your nice car or all of your things, your nice clothes or whatever, even if you found people that are impressed by those things, you're not going to want to hang out with those people long term. It's like the old adage that comes that's where people talk about women. Women spend all this time putting on makeup, but eventually the man is going to see them without makeup. One of the things I used to love about my ex-fiance is that she didn't wear makeup at all. The only thing that she wore that was kind of difficult was her pants. She wore very, very tight pants, and she would have to lay down on the bed to kind of yank them up and everything, and it was really hard to get into them. But that's just the way that that's the things that she liked to wear. And she would just wear whatever she liked at any point in time. And I love that about her. So we're going to focus on the right things. So hopefully we've kind of reconfigured our priorities one more time, and we can think on a moment-to-moment basis and get more energy out of every single interaction that we have in the day, so that we can use our time more efficiently, so that we can make money whenever it's necessary to make money. The real goal in life that we're going for here is to not worry about what other people think of us anymore, to work a job that we love, that also pays our bills. So we have all of our bases covered. You may love working as a plumber, but you're just embarrassed of other people knowing about it. But if you got to realize that is a problem with yourself. That's not a problem with the job. It's a problem with yourself, and you have to deal with that internally. So hopefully you've checked out some of the stuff that I talked about earlier. Hopefully you've gotten everything down in the past videos. You've checked out some of the things that I talked about in the last video, and hopefully if we can just take care of the emotional, primal things, our internal conflicts that we have within ourselves in 2012, we can go into the rest of our lives not worrying about these types of things and just rocket into the future getting real stuff done. And like I talked about earlier in my last video, we can go from pandering to helping. So I'll see you next time in the last video of the 2012 Fast Action series, and I will talk to you then.